Yo, what's up, fam? Welcome back to Vussy Supreme Traders. It's a boy, the only one, the Vussy Magz. Vussy Magz Supreme Traders, baby. You already know what it is, alright? So if this is your first time finding yourself at the channel, come on, man. Go ahead and subscribe, like the video, click the bell notification icon so you get notified every time the boy makes a drop, alright? And if you've been subscribed, meaning you're part of the family, welcome back. Like always, you know the vibes is about the money. If it ain't about the money, nigga, we ain't even gonna be here, right? So agenda of today, money. You should have guessed that, right? So yeah, check this out. I'm sure you saw the title of the video. I want to tell you guys today about basically not three types of charts, but I want to show you types of charts that you should avoid at all costs, right? At the top of my mind I have two, but I'm gonna find a way to make it up to three so you have enough content. You understand? I know I haven't been uploading for a minute, but you know the boy, man. When I make a drop, I make it count all the time, and if I'm not dropping, just know that there's something on the way that's coming, you know what I'm saying? So listen, the channel has also been growing. I just want to thank everybody for doing that. Thank you guys for being subscribing, man. I don't know what to say. Like, you guys are subscribing daily. I appreciate that a lot. So I'm gonna give you fire as content, right? So the whole purpose of this video, now that we're like on with it, right? The whole purpose of this video is like, I want you guys to, as much as I've been giving you content on the daily and stuff like that, I want you guys to like know which type of charts to not play with. Because listen, I know I'm sure if you're still a beginner and stuff like that, you just started recently trading, you're probably thinking like forex charts are probably, as long as it's a forex chart, there's money to be made there. And that's not always the case, fam. That's not always the case, because listen up, some of these charts is just a trap for you to donate your money to the broker. And you see that like some type of markets have a lot of gaps, right? So like I don't know if you guys have traded stocks before, but there's some forex markets when you look at them, it kind of looks like, I'm sure even indices, right? Some of them have this type of gaps and stuff like that. So for the beginner trader, you'd have to be an intermediate trader for you to even be able to maneuver around it. But for a beginner trader to just hop into that type of market when it's gapping, right? It's like, listen, it's not a good look on you. It's not gonna do you any justice. So it's best for you if you just avoid that type of charts, right? So the other chart I wanted to talk about is a chart where the movement isn't clear, right? A chart that's like where you see, with the strategy that I use, I tell you guys to look at the highs, look at the lows, right? So when you look at the highs and the lows, you can clearly identify where is a peak and where is a bottom, right? So with some of these charts that don't have a clearly defined high and a low, you're gonna enter markets where it's gonna feel like you're convincing yourself that, wait, this is a high and is this a low? Oh, you understand what I'm saying? So I feel like when it comes to trading and charting, it's never supposed to be like you convincing yourself. You're supposed to look at a chart and you'll be like, damn, I'll be stupid if I didn't open this trade. That's how most of my trades go. So that's what I want you guys to look at. Like, there's some charts where the highs and the lows aren't clearly defined. It's just like I don't know how to describe this movement, but I'm gonna show you in a bit, right? And then the other type of chart that I want you guys to look out for is charts where like it's too volatile. You understand? Like, it's just too volatile. And an example for this is the NAS 100 or the US 100, the VIX 75 and stuff like that. Listen, fam, let me tell you one thing. I'm sure a lot of you guys find my channel through the NAS 100 and stuff like that, because my most popular video, the second most popular video in this channel, is a NAS 100 video. So I know you guys like it when I make NAS 100 videos, but at the same time I try to not do too much NAS 100 videos, because like I know it's a lot of beginners also who are stepping into my channel. You understand? So I don't wanna, like, I know you probably got to my channel because of the hype that's surrounding the NAS 100, and now that you're here, like, my guy, come on, show me. I wanna start trading NAS 100 right now. But wait, fam, wait, hold up, fam. This thing's, it's an extreme sports, fam. If I'm being real with you, it's an extreme sports. For a beginner like you, where you at, you probably need to like start building up your your forex game a little bit, and then once you have enough experience, then I can send you off to the next 100s and stuff like that. But why am I saying be careful with the next 100? It's very simple, fam. The next 100, right, and the VIX 75 and the US 100, the US 30 and all this stuff, it's highly volatile, bro, right? Volatility is the level of volatility with beginners, though. With beginners, the level of volatility and the level of emotions is directly related. So the higher volatility in the market, and you being a beginner, the higher it's gonna rile up your emotions. So already once you open the trade, you're already losing because you're not gonna keep a sane mind. You understand what I'm saying? So that's why I'm saying, look, man, I know you're trying to get this money, but start off with some currency pairs, because currency pairs have the optimum level of volatility where, like, it's not too much to the point where it fucks up your emotions, but at the same time it's also not too little where your trades are stale and it takes ages for your trade to like get into profits and stuff like that, right? So with the next 100 and all the stuff with the higher level of volatility, fam, you wanna chill off with those for a little bit, right? You wanna get your market awareness around and stuff like that first, and then now you can go play around with the next 100 and make the most out of that. You understand what I'm saying? So I spoke about 3 charts, right? I spoke about charts where the highs and lows aren't clearly defined, right? I spoke about charts where the volatility is just too high, right? And the third one, I don't quite remember what I spoke about, but the third one I know it's about charts where the direction isn't clearly visible. You can't see where the market is going and stuff like that. But obviously I gotta show you. We're talking about charts here. I can't just make a video about charts and not show you a chart. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm gonna show you now like the 3 types of charts I'm talking about, discuss them, and then at least now you're gonna understand where you should take your money and where you shouldn't take your money. Let's get it, fam. Alright, fam, so the first chart that we're gonna talk about in this segment is the market with the gaps, right? So when you talk about markets with the gaps, fam, I'm talking about markets that actually close and open at different type of levels. You understand what I'm saying? So the example that we're gonna use today is the US 30 cash, right? So I found this on the XM broker. So you might just find it under US 30 in another broker, but here is US 30 cash, right? So if you look at where this market opened here, right? This market closed here, then it opened at a different level there, right? So if you open in a different level there, you have to understand that gaps also have their own strategy of how you can trade them. You understand? So for the beginner, when the market closes there and opens there, you might find that like the trade is even against you, and then you're gonna end up losing a whole lot of money than you would have otherwise if the market opened at the level where it was. Because I know I've suffered from the same fate back when I was still a beginner and I opened a trade and happened to leave the trade either overnight or over the weekend, and when the market opened, because I did not know, the market opened at a whole nother level where I wasn't even prepared for, so automatically my account was blown without me even doing anything. You understand? Just because the market opened at a different level. So although here the gaps I'm showing you guys are a little bit small, but on other pairs these gaps are like massive, right? These gaps are bigger. I'm just doing this video like right now on a Friday, and I don't have enough time to kind of like show you or to kind of go through enough pairs where I can show you the like how massive these gaps can get. But here guys, trust me, these gaps do have to tend to get bigger and bigger with different types of pairs and whatever. But here they're not so bad, but I'm just trying to show you the type of markets that you need to be aware of, because if you open a huge lot size, even a gap from there to there is enough to do a whole lot of damage in your account, right? So if you just move a little bit back, we can see that this pair, when it comes to the US 30, it has a tendency of making gaps, just like you see here. The market closed there, then it opened there. Listen, man, you know, one thing I know about indices is a gap like this is hectic. It's crazy. It's too crazy. You can lose a lot of money and you can make a lot of money, which sounds to me like a gamble. So you need to be careful of these things even when you go into such indices and stuff like that. I know with the next 100, it rarely gaps like this. You understand? Maybe once in a while the market will gap, but it's not as often as this, because here we can even see there's another gap here, And if you just move a little bit to the left, you can see already we have two gaps. We have a gap here and we have a gap here. I don't know, it seems like gaps almost every week, every weekend, every Monday it opens with a gap. It just seems like, right? So let's go to the next type of chart that you need to avoid. So the next pair that I want to warn you guys about is the charts that are highly volatile pairs, right? So the next one, this is the most volatile thing you can trade, fam. Trust me, if you need to like tamper with your emotions or check if you still have your emotions and feelings intact, just go play around with the NES 100, otherwise known as the US 100 cash on other platforms. But come here if you want to get like a roller coaster of emotions, fam. This thing does not play like the momentum, not like the momentum here and volatility here is ridiculous to a point where I'm on the H1 now, right? If I go to the H4, it kind of tones it down, then I can like have a more clearer view, which is what I prefer doing these days. But if I go to the H1, you can see that the number. So listen, I'm just gonna simplify it even further. Let's look at the H4. You see the highs and the lows are clearly defined, right? We have a high there, we have a low, we have a high, we have a low, lower high, lower low, and then we have a higher high there. But now if you go to H1, you see that the peaks are just like too much. It's a lot of peaks. We have a high, we have a low, we have a low high again, and stuff like this. And then now once we get here now, right, we have a movement I cannot even describe, but it's moving downwards, right? You don't want to be in this type of trades where type of charts where the market is moving down, but you kind of have to convince yourself where you can find a clearly defined entry spot or stuff like that. That's when, like, listen, that's when you're not gonna win, because once you start having to convince yourself, which is what I was saying originally, like, look for charts where the highs and lows are clearly defined. Sometimes it's in the same chart. Like I said, if you go to a H4, it has a more clearly defined view, right, of the highs and the lows. But sometimes you might need to go to a lower time frames. With other pairs or instruments, you need to go to a lower time frame for the highs to even get more clearly defined. So with the NES 100, the volatility is too high that now when you go to the 30 minutes, now we can see the highs and lows also. Like, this thing, fam, you need to understand that people are blowing accounts here in the smaller time frames. And imagine like you blowing an account with the smaller time frame with small lot sizes. Even I think it's either with Veracity with the 0.01 thing they have there, where it's just the same as one lot, and mixed with this level of volatility here, it's a recipe for disaster for the average trader who doesn't have enough market experience. All right, so let's go to the last bit. The final type of market I want to warn you guys against, right, is the type of markets where the movement isn't clearly defined. Just because a market is a part of a forex thing, fam, it doesn't mean that you're gonna make money there, right? Just because you're in a forex chart, any type of chart, it doesn't mean that money is guaranteed to be made. So if you look at this pair, what we have here is, you can see there's a high there and a low and a high, and it's basically sideways movement. But now when you move to the left now, and even if I go to the H4 time frame, you can see that, bruh, this chart does not make any sense. Anyone with a sane mind would know not to even try messing with this type of charts, because, bruh, it does not make any sense. You don't know what's happening with the chart. You literally have to try and convince yourself, and that's where I come in. Because listen, I'm always telling you guys, never convince yourself to enter a trade. Only enter a trade when it doesn't make sense to not enter that trade. That's when you should really be opening a trade. But otherwise, this type of charts, listen, bro, you're not gonna make any money. You better off just leaving your money in the account, or even withdrawing your money and spending it once, than just giving away your money for free. You understand what I'm saying? Alright, fam, so overall, this is what I wanted to highlight to you guys. Listen, I know a lot of you like are new to forex and you want to start making money immediately, but you need to look out to this. You need to look out for these things, because trust me, your money is just gonna come to you. You're gonna pass it to the bro. You're just gonna pass it to the broker same time if you're trading with this type of charts and you don't even know what's going on. But obviously, for the more advanced people watching this video, you already know these type of things I'm talking about. You feel like you understand what I'm saying. I didn't even have to even tell you about this, because with the type of market awareness that you have from all those years of trading, it makes sense why you shouldn't even trade. But this one was channeled more to the viewer who is like new to forex and stuff like that, and they just want to get steered to the right direction, kinda. Alright, so I hope you found value in this video. It's a boy Vussy Magz once again, man. Once again, what you need to do, you just need to go subscribe, like I said, like the video, leave a comment, click the bell notification icon if you're new to the channel so you get notified every time I make a drop. Appreciate y'all for watching the video, and I'm gonna see you guys on the next one. Alright, this is Vussy Magz signing out. Peace out.